Hi everyone, welcome back. It is February's Q&A. I cannot believe it's already February. The time is just flying by, and thank you again to all the amazing questions. I think I got 4 pages of questions on my IG stories. So if you don't follow me on IG, my IG handle is up here as well as down below. You can follow me there. I usually post a request for questions on my IG every month about around this time, like a mid of the month, and then we'll do a Q&A. So let's get straight into it because we have quite a few questions to cover. Stella KP, how are you doing, Kat? Thank you for asking. I am doing okay. It's a bit, I have a few things that's going on in my personal life that is kind of stressing me out, but other than that, it's good, you know. Yeah, I think other than that, it's good. Maybe when it's all settled, I will talk about it. It's nothing too serious, but at the same time, it's definitely occupying a big part of my brain, and I'm just, I don't know. I'm just all over the place on that. But work's great, YouTube's great. YouTube's a little slow, but YouTube's great as well. Gym's great. Yeah, everything is great except this little thing that is just kind of annoying. But thank you for asking, and I hope you're doing well as well. This bag lady, is there a birthday bag or not? Wish list coming up soon. Well, I don't have a wish list this year. I am just focusing on buying Hermes. Chanel is really making it very difficult for me with a few really nice things that I'm kind of considering, so kind of weighing it out. But anyway, there isn't a birthday wish list, but I do have a birthday unboxing coming up soon. Yeah, I do have something coming up for my birthday, so look out for that. That's going to be really exciting. Lux Monologue, you have 2 questions. First, would you get a Celine bag? If yes, which one and why? Ooh, good question. I haven't been really into Celine. I do like a few of their bags, but I'm more into their ready-to-wear, especially their jeans. I have tried a few pairs. I've tried the Dylan. There's one, it starts with an L, I think. Yeah, I know Dylan. Dylan's like the popular one. I've tried that and I really like their jeans, but I told myself I don't need more luxury ready-to-wear at the moment. So for the Celine bag, there were 2 that I tried. The one that looks like the Prada bag, I don't know the name, I'll put a picture here. I do like that. Is that the Triomphe bag? I think that's the Triomphe bag. I like that. Then I also like the Speedy lookalike, which, you know, it's something different from the Speedy. I think if I were to get something from Celine, those are the 2 that I would consider. Your second question, thoughts on the Roulis? If you didn't have the Constance, would you consider the Roulis or still the Constance? I would still go with the Constance. I like the look of the Roulis because it's more simple and it's not as loud with the big H at the front. However, I don't really know how it will work with the flap that just goes, slips through the metal between the hardware and the bag. And I have a few thoughts about that. Firstly, is it secure? What if I put a lot of things in my bag and maybe the things are a little higher? Would it bulge out? Would it accidentally open? If I tip over the bag, would it accidentally open? And then over time, because it is Hermes leather, it will soften and it will be kind of more, I don't want to use the out of shape, but I would say, you know, it's just a little bit more soft. And would that closure maintain over time? So that's kind of my main concern with the bag. It's the closure. The other thing about the Roulis is also the flap, but not so much of the closure, but around the closure. So I have seen some older Roulis where when you close the flap and the hardware kind of rests on the leather, so there is like indentation on the flap. I don't know if that makes sense, but maybe if you fill up the bag quite significantly and it pushes the front flap into the hardware at the front, you know, that the Roulis hardware, and over time it leaves like indentation on the front of the flap. So I wonder if that's a problem, but I've seen it, so I just feel like because of that, I kind of prefer the Constance. I don't know much about the strap, so I'm not going to talk about it, because if the strap was only crossbody, then obviously I'll talk about it, but it's kind of similar to the Constance. But anyway, between the two, I still prefer the Constance, even though the H is a little louder, but I'm kinda liking it right now. Goldie Liu, if you have to keep only 3 bags, which bags will you keep? These kind of questions are so hard. If I could only keep 3 bags. Okay, I have to choose my Birkin and my Kelly. I know it's so predictable, but I worked really hard for those bags, so I have to choose them. Then I feel like I have to pick a Chanel handbag just because I have to. So without much thought about my other bags, I think I will keep my classic flap. It's a toss-up between the classic flap and the green top handle. I feel like I would get more wear out of the top handle because I already have bigger bags like the Birkin and the Kelly that would, it doesn't, I could probably use that instead of the classic flap. So a green rectangular mini would be perfect. But then again, I really like my classic flap. So if push comes to shove, I feel like I would choose the classic flap because it's classic. So predictable. But yeah, if I had to only keep these 3, I think I will have to be, and I will be very, very happy. Trevi Vlog, 2 questions. First, would you get a non-quota bag? Thoughts on the Picotin, Kelly to go, or mini Evelyn? Yes, I would definitely get a non-quota bag. Some have said that the Constance is non-quota. Even though it's difficult to get, it's still not as quota driven compared to the Kelly and the Birkin. So in a way, I did get a non-quota bag. But if you do consider that to be a quota bag, then I think I would go for the Lindy, because I really like the Lindy, and the Lindy is considered non-quota. I do like the Picotin. It's a bag that's very, very easygoing, casual, fits a lot because of its bucket style, and I do like a top handle bag, so I love the Picotin. The Kelly to go, I'm not sure, because it's kind of like a wallet on chain, and if I want to go wallet on chain, I still feel like maybe the Chanel is a good one because of the price point. Having said that, I don't really know the price point of the walks today, but obviously Hermes is more expensive. It's all usually more expensive. So maybe I would prefer the Chanel walk because it is a magnetic closure. The Kelly to go, because the Kelly has all those sangles that's just a little bit fussy, I'm not sure if it's good for an easygoing out bag. The mini Evelyn, there are some people who don't like it, there are some people who love it. Those that don't like it, it's mainly because it has a slim profile, and maybe if you have things that are all the way to the depths of the bag, which even though it's small, but it's all the way down, you gotta take out everything, you can't really fiddle your hand through it and pull it out. But those that love it actually love the slim profile. I don't mind getting a mini Evelyn, honestly, but if I were to get one, it would be in a fun color, like bright green or yellow, or I would even take a bright blue, honestly, like a really fun, bright sky blue. Yeah, I would go with that because it's just cute and small enough that a fun color would make it even more exciting. Your second question, if you can only own all your quota bag in just one color, what would it be and why? Oh my gosh, this is hard but easy at the same time. If I could own all my quota bags in one color, it would be gold. I love the color gold. maybe some of you have thought I would say green or vert almond. Maybe vert almond would be my second choice. But Hermes Gold is so good. It matches my wardrobe. I have a lot of various colored clothing. Black would go obviously, but black is kind of serious. And brown, or this gold, this really rich caramel, is neutral enough that it actually fits all my outfits. Goes with my skin tone. It's brightening. It's casual, yet it can be quite formal at the same time. So yeah, I think I would definitely consider everything in gold. LWQV, there are 3 questions. Thoughts on the Tiffany T1 ring with diamonds? Beautiful. We just did a live today and Amy actually showed the T1 ring. I like it. Oh, even in white gold, it looks so edgy and modern. It's got a good sharp look to it, and the diamonds just make it sparkle even more. And the Canadian price wasn't too bad. Obviously you're paying a luxury price point, but you know, Tiffany does use really good quality diamonds. So yeah, I think I really like the ring. Second question, would you rather get a VCA vintage Alhambra necklace or keep the H finesse necklace? The H finesse necklace. The Alhambra design on VCA is rather feminine, and I'm not the most feminine person. I may look like, you know, sometimes I can dress up and look all girly, but it does look a little too girly for me. And I kind of prefer diamonds. So yeah, I think I'll go with the finesse necklace. Final question. Which Rolex did you get in 2022? Could you show us, please? Oh, I got the let me just grab it actually. Yeah, let me just grab it. The Rolex that I got is in rose gold. It is the Oyster Perpetual Datejust. Comes with the Roman dial, and the 6 and 9 has a little bit of diamonds on it. And it is in a size 36. So I'm just wear it now. And that's my Rolex. So very splurgy year last year. So yeah, that's the one that I got. ADJD.TD. If H offers you a bag you want, but you have to trade any of your BKC, which one and for what bag? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. If I get offered the Birkin 25 again, and it can be in Cellier or Ritourne, but in the color Vert Almond, I would trade my Birkin 25 black. I've said this before, the black was a good starter bag. I love it so much, but it is quite a serious color for me. So if I can get another Birkin 25, I wouldn't say no to letting the Birkin in black go. If I get one more Birkin 25, and in the color that I like, so it has to be a good color. So yeah, I would say goodbye to the black. Cody C_COO. What color will you choose for the mini Lindy? Gold or Etoile or Noir? Oh, you know, I don't think I'll take black for that bag. It's kind of fun, and maybe it needs a bit more color. Etoile would be good. I think my first choice would be gold and then Etoile, and definitely gold hardware. Coco Bell 77. What ready to wear or fashion brands are you looking to buy or invest in this season? Ooh, good question. I don't really buy a lot of ready to wear, honestly. But if I were to pick, Chanel has really nice jeans this season, this 23P. Oh, I love it. I saw a few and I was like, yep, I really like those jeans. I have to think about this a little bit more because I don't really buy a lot of clothing. I used to when I was young, but it was all kinds of brands, right? Any kind of departmental store brands. But nowadays that I have, you know, jumped from just wearing sportswear and then now I've got some expensive clothing, yeah, maybe I should look into buying some other brands. If there are any recommendations, I would love to hear some. Lichin_0824. Hi Kat, how do you keep or store your Chanel or Hermes bags? I just keep them in the cupboard and I put them with, you know, all the wrapping and felt, and some of the bags I actually keep them in boxes, but I do always open the box to air the bags so that it's not too drying, but at the same time I don't leave them out in the open because Singapore is so humid that it will get moldy, so I need to be very careful with the bags. You know, touch wood, it's been all good because I am always checking my bags. So yeah, I would definitely store them in cupboards, and at least it's ventilated but also humidity controlled. CWYHA. What's the hardest thing when teaching group fitness classes? How many sessions do you teach? Oh, what's the hardest? It really depends on the days. Some days it's the class choreography that I find it really difficult. Some days it's my own personal motivation, and some days it's just my fitness. But the hardest thing is me. Every time I go for a class, I always feel like I'm not delivering enough. I always feel that I'm not doing my very best for the class. So I'm always trying to hype up the class. And when I do that, I get really exhausted because naturally I am not this kind of person, as in I'm not always like that. I am an introvert that I turn on my extrovertedness a lot. I max it out. And then when I finish a class, I am drained. It's like I'm an introverted extrovert in class. So people in class think I'm always this very bubbly person and I'm just hyper and it's high energy. But I actually really take a toll on my own self. So after a class, when all the members are leaving the class, and I'll say my byes and all, but then I need to really come back to my own shell and just relax. I know some extroverted people, they just turn on even more when they're with people. I'm the opposite. When I'm with people, from my class especially, I turn it on, I dial up that intensity on myself and I'm just extra hyper. But I'm done, like 2 hours later, I'm done. I'm like, I can't, I need to dial back. So that's the hardest thing when I teach group fitness classes. It's a very personal thing, and that's because I just put a lot of expectation on myself to make sure this is a high energy, everybody has a great time, and I'm just all out there. And I love it. I feel so much joy when I get it, but I know it's very draining. That's just a personal thing. So I'm trying to work on this. I know this is a flaw that I have, that I don't have to be always high energy, and I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to be a little bit more human because it can't be all high energy all the time. So I'm trying to turn it down. So yeah, that's something that I find the hardest thing personally for me to do, and it's about longevity when you teach a class. If you're always not yourself in the class, like you put on a persona that's not you, it's hard to sustain in the long term. And I can see myself being drained from it. It's like a career, right? You get drained from doing something that it's not really you, but you do it because you have to, or you do it out of passion, but it does affect that a bit. So that's the hardest part, maintaining a passion for the class and maintaining that energy, but not doing it too much that over time there's a bit of burnout. But anyway, that is the hardest thing. I know it's a lot of words. It's hard to explain because, you know, in the beginning, when you first start teaching, you know, classes, it's the stage fright, it's the forgetting choreo, it's the getting people to know who you are. You know, that passes really quickly. And then after you get your own, you know, clique of people that love your class, then it's you. Then it's like me, you know, what do I want to bring to my class every time? And I set this high energy kind of thing when I first started. And then I realized over the years, I love it, but at the same time, I feel drained by this persona that I put on. So I'm working on it. I'm working to fix it so that I can have a long career in fitness. Pochette Pearl, seller regret for the Prada crystal. You should do a video for other crystal bags. Bulgari crystal bags are gorgeous. Oh, really? I haven't seen Bulgari, so thank you for sharing. Yeah, there's a little bit of that seller's regret for that Prada bag. You know, I got it at a really good price. I think it was only like 2,000, just a little, 2004 or something. And I really liked it. But yeah, Hermes, it's definitely made me do some crazy things and some stuff. So I do regret on. I do regret that a little bit, but you know, it's not a big regret. I'm not like, oh my gosh. But you know, there are days when I'm looking for a fun party bag that I want to go out and be all blinged in or with. And yeah, I don't have that bag anymore, and now it's gone up so much. But thank you for sharing about Bulgari. I will go and take a look. Forever Rosebud, do you honestly think you'll buy or resist the green Chanel bag? I think I'm going to resist it. Miles in Sid, have you tried any H perfumes? If so, what is your favorite? Thanks, Kat. I don't have much perfumes from Hermes. I do have one, which is a full bottle. It's the, I don't have it with me. It's the Rhubarb, which I actually really like because it has a very unique, sweet, fruity taste, but then it tapers off to be quite rich and deep. I like that. It has a brightness to that perfume. I also like one called Rose Ikebana, but I only have that in the sample. There are a lot of perfumes from Hermes actually, but I'm trying not to purchase more because I have so many perfumes. But the rose one I do like. I think there's one like a Violetta. I think that's a new perfume. I haven't tried that. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, I would love to know, and then I will definitely go and check it out. Sarah May _X. What to do when bored with buying bags, shoes, or jewelry? Go traveling. Move your money to go and travel. Or, you know, buy things for the house. Or if you're done with buying, I don't know, just keep the money and let it grow in the bank. What to do when you're bored? Oh gosh. You know, there are days that I'm like that. Then I just chill out. Then I just do other things and I just don't think of shopping. Chris _Tan 1111. What is your idea of a perfect day? Wow, okay. A perfect day would be if I wake up early, but not too early. Like just a good, like 7:30 in the morning, and I wake up just bounce out of bed. Not the kind like I wake up, I'm like, no, just bounce out of bed, feeling so fresh, so refreshed. And then I do a little bit of exercise, maybe, I don't know, some weight training at home or just some stretching and just get the blood flowing. That would be a perfect day. Then I finish everything, say by 8:30. Then I'll have a shower, then I'll have a cup of coffee. Then I'll go out, actually. It'll be a perfect day if I go out, have a brunch somewhere, like, you know, not too late or not too early, like 10 something. Have brunch, sit down, people watch. And I'm thinking about doing this all alone. So a perfect day on my own, you know, just take my time, have some coffee, have like a croissant and just chill out. Then finish around, say 1 o'clock. And then go some window shopping. You know, I like shopping. Not like the other question, what I do have before, but I do like shopping. Window shop, see, doesn't have to be luxury, just, you know, walk around, just see things. And it would be a perfect day if it's not like a Saturday or Sunday where it's just so many people just everywhere, but it's just like one of those nice, not too crazy shopping days. There are people, but it's not too crowded. It's just the right amount of people that I can go into shops. I don't have to bump into too many people, but it's lively enough that it feels good. Do some window shopping for a couple of hours, and then say by 4 o'clock I go and have tea, you know, sit down in another cafe and just have tea and like, ooh, so many things. And then I'll head home. By 6 o'clock I'm done. That's it, I'm done. And I'll, maybe if I'm in the mood for some reason, I'll cook up something for myself, because, you know, a good day is that I don't eat out so much, because I had tea and then had tea in the morning, brunch in the morning, tea in the evening, come back, and then maybe I had some leftovers from the night before, like a really nice soup. I'll heat it up. It'll be some vegetables. It'll just be a really healthy, nice, home-cooked dinner. Finish everything by, say, 8:30, you know, have a nice slow dinner, watch some YouTube. 8:30 I'm done, and then I would do my skincare, so I'll put a nice mask on my face, and I'll watch more YouTube and just chill out, and then I'll sleep by 10:30. Oh, yeah, that's a really full day, but it's not too crazy, like I'm not running around doing too many things. It's just everything for myself. Yeah, that's a perfect day. I can add my husband in if I wanted to. He'll be okay. He'll be following me around. We'll have tea together. We'll have, you know, brunch together. Then we'll come home and have dinner. Yeah, my husband can fit into that thing. But if it's alone, it's fine as well. Just write 3 things you can't live without. I can't live without the gym. As in general, I just need to go and do some exercise. So I can't live without that. I can't live without my phone. Unfortunately, I need to watch YouTube. I need my phone, so I cannot live without my phone. This is like, if they can sew it on me, I need it. I need my phone. I can't live without water. This is so boring, I know, but I realized this because the other day I didn't drink enough water in the morning and I had this massive migraine. So drink your water. Go and grab a glass of water and take a big gulp of water right now. It's good. XO Joanne KXO. What's your personal goal for this year? Ooh, good one. It's to save money. I have to really save some money this year. Alright, hello Shah, you have 2 questions. What do you think of the Tiffany hardware bracelet? Really edgy, really fun, very modern, and just unique all round. I love it. I don't know the price, so if it's reasonable, then I would say go for it, because it's unique, and I think they did a really good job with the whole Tiffany hardware line. Your other question is a comment. Just want to say I'm loving your content so far. Keep going. Thank you so much. I really apologize that it's not been as consistent as I would like it to be, but I promise we will get there again, because I used to be really good, but now I'm like, really no questions, just to say hi and I love your vibe. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you. Daniel_Melbourne. Would you ever go on an ocean cruise? The answer is no. Unfortunately, I think I have a bit of a fear of just no land, nothing to step on, and I do get quite a bit of motion sickness. I could sit behind the cab, and if the cab's swaying like this, I'm just all over the place. I'm like, oh, uncle, please drive properly, because I'm dying at the back. I know cruises are so large and it's fairly stable, but I've heard that if you go into the cabins and you're sleeping, and then you can kind of feel that wave and that sway. I'm not into it. So, you know, maybe if it was a cruise like half a day and you come back, maybe I'll do that. But if it was one of those few day, like 3 day 2 nights or 1 whole week cruise, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh, another question from Lux Monologue. Any recommendations for cross-body bags? Capacity-wise, preferably similar to the Celine Teen Triumph bag. Let me take a look at that bag. This is quite a nice size, and its boxy shape. You know, you could go for many bags that have the similar shape. So maybe the Bobby bag would be a good one that you can consider from Dior. Then you could also look at, obviously Chanel has many of the squarish flat bags. The one that I was eyeing, that green bag, it's kind of similar in the shape and size. The capacity looks pretty decent as well. If you want something that maybe is a bit more soft, I think the Fendi First is also a good bag. Bottega has the, what is that bag? The cassette bag, but not the puffy one, the version from the men's side, the one that's flat. That would be also an interesting bag and has a similar capacity. Wow, let me see what else. I think there are some LV bags that have this size and this design. The Dauphine bag is also one. Not sure if they have a smaller Dauphine. Probably they do. If there is, I will also put some pictures up. Yeah, this bag, I'm pretty sure there are many alternatives. Elodie Diglett, which Hermes boutique did you shop at in Singapore? Liat? Well, I shop at all 3 of the stores, including the ones at Changi. Having said that, because of the pandemic and we haven't been traveling so much, so I haven't seen the stores at the airport. But as I said in my Hermes video, I have been to Taka, I have been to MBS, and I have been to Liat. And all these outlets are, well, they have my profile there. So the one that I prefer is Liat and MBS. Huckleberry EG2, biggest luxury regrets. One of the things is, and I know some people may not believe me, but I don't really regret my luxury things. I do say like I regret the Prada bag, but it's a feeling that doesn't stay very long, and I'm kind of a person that once I've done it, then I'll be like, oh, okay, forget it, just live and let live and just be done with it, because it can't change the past anymore, right? But you know, if I had to really think of one that stuck with me for the longest time, and I just felt a bit like, oh, if only, right? If only I didn't do it. Maybe was the sale of my classic flap, my medium large classic flap. Long ago, I had it for a little bit. Then I got my Kelly 32, and because I had like 2 back-to-back really expensive purchases, I do regret selling that bag to fund for the Kelly bag, because I ended up not liking the Kelly bag at all. So yeah, that would be my biggest luxury regret, because I could have held on to that bag for a little bit more and made a little bit of money from it if I wanted to, because the price is just so insane right now. But yeah, I sort of that was one that I would say the biggest luxury regret sale. Those are all the questions for this month's Q&A. Thank you again to everyone for those questions. Remember, follow me on my IG for March Q&A. I think it's gonna be epic because March is my birthday month. So if you have any questions for me, remember to follow me on my IG. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, to give it a thumbs up. It'll help me with my channel. And I hope you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video.